Hey, what's up everybody? John here, Delighted Acres Farm. Hey y'all, we have entered June, and most of the time whenever we get to June, we have had, or we have been real close to having days that have already in 100-degree weather, and or at least mid to upper 90s. We've had like 2 days so far, way back early in May, where we had a couple of days in the 90s, close to 100, but most days for the last, well, most days up until now have been 80s, some in the 70s, and we have had one of the wettest springs that we've had in a while, and we are right now, for the first time in 6 years, not under drought conditions. I think for the state, the entire state of Oklahoma. We are no longer in drought conditions, and so y'all, that is a blessing. It has been an incredibly wonderful, mild spring. Guys, we haven't actually had a spring in a while. So I'm not going to complain about the extra rain that we've gotten that has kept us from doing things. Like today, I'm out here, I really need to mow. I haven't mowed in a couple of weeks, and we've had rain, and we have a day or two, and then we have more rain, and then we have 2 or 3 days of rain. And so what that means is our grass is big, and I didn't mow everything last time I mowed, and the stuff I mowed needs to be mowed again. Well, the stuff I didn't mow is like a jungle. And so hopefully today, so it's like 11 o'clock in the morning, it rained as recently as a couple hours ago, and we're not supposed to get any more rain today. The wind's blowing, so hopefully the grass dries out, and hopefully later in the day I'll be able to get out here and do some mowing, and then tomorrow, Sunday, be able to get out in the afternoon and do some mowing as well. So hopefully that's where we're at. So, but because we've had rain, we've had storms, we got some limbs and stuff that need to be picked up. Kelly went out and she trimmed up some things, some small trees. She cut off some suckers off some other trees the other day, and weren't able to get those picked up because the weather came in. And so weather and our schedule has not allowed us to pick those things up. And so I'm gonna do some of that. Probably gonna get some loppers out, cut off some more suckers off of other trees, and hopefully get to the mowing later on. So I got to get the mower out, hook it up to the gorilla cart, and get out and see what I can do. So you guys, how has the spring weather been where you are? Have you had a normal spring? Have you had a wetter spring, a drier spring, cooler or warmer or whatever? Drop it down in the comments and let me know, how has the spring weather been for you guys where you are? All right, let's give this thing a try here. Choke, nope, choke. Very nice. All right, so y'all, this is our gorilla cart, and what I like about it is that you can pull a pin there, pull that out, pull a pin here, pop that out, and this handle flips around just like that, and then, oh, other way, pop that back in, put the cotter pin in. There we go. And then this end right here, that'll go on the back of the lawnmower. So I like it when things are relatively easy. Y'all, I'm getting old. I'm not as old as some, but I'll be 52 this year. And if you've been watching for any time, my health is not awesome. Self-inflicted. I'm severely overweight. My fault, but that has caused other issues. And so there are things that I just cannot do or do very well, and so I'm working on it. I'm working on getting healthy so I can do more things like I used to. But I have found that even when I was a lot more healthy, if I could find an easier way to do something, it just made sense, because I have to put less effort into it, sometimes less wear and tear on me, and I still get the job done. So y'all, that's easy. Pulling a trailer instead of carrying stuff. Anyway, let's get to work. So here is the full setup. There's the mower hooked up to the gorilla cart. And right here, those are all suckers on that tree, and I'm gonna trim those off. All right, got my headphones on, listening to something. So whenever you go out working in the yard, working with your animals or anything, going out mowing, do y'all listen to music? Listen to like right now I'm listening to an audiobook, but a lot of times I listen to music. Do you listen to something, or you just pay attention to what you're doing? Well, that wasn't too bad. Those suckers off that tree every year, there's a ton, and so we usually get them a little earlier, but these got real big. So anyway, got them all put it back here on the burn pile, and so now I got limbs and stuff, like I said, are down that I need to go take care of. And oh, I was driving through the yard right there, and that's the section that I did not get mowed last time. And holy cow, y'all, it's almost knee high. So I don't know if you are familiar with, hold on, let me turn this off. Kind of irritating me. There we go. All right, let's see how that goes. Okay, so I don't know if you're familiar with wild lettuce. That's what a lot of people call it. But whenever it just grows, when it grows just a little bit, you think of it more like a wild lettuce. But when it really starts to grow, so I'm looking right now, and so there's some over there that is that much taller than I am, at least. Oh my gosh. And holy cow, over in our cow lot, because we don't have cows out here right now, and a friend of ours that rents this back here, he doesn't have any cows over here, and so I'm guessing some of that wild lettuce is 7 feet tall. So I'm not going to mow it later, but I am going to drive through it and bend it down and let the sun kind of take care of it. And y'all, I'm not complaining about the weather we've had this spring, but it's weird. It's different because there are things that are growing that I've never seen. I've never seen this wild lettuce stuff grow like this, especially out in the cow lot, but just in general, I'm not real familiar with it. And so I don't know what that's going to look like for the rest of the summer, if it means anything, but we're getting overrun with it. So let's take a look here. You see that? All that tall stuff right up here, all of that's wild lettuce. And like I said, that tall stuff, that is as tall as the roof on the shed. Oh, and that's like 8 foot tall. So anyway, I'm gonna bring the mower over here. I'm gonna go ahead and drive through it, try to knock that down. Well, y'all, I just jumped right into it, and I got started mowing, and I just mowed the whole thing. And so I'm all done mowing. I took my last load of stuff out to the burn pit, and I forgot all about the camera. So whatever you saw is what you saw. But anyway, you saw I was picking up some of the other suckers from the trees, and picked up some of the limbs and stuff like that. And so you don't need to see me throw all that stuff in the burn pit, but some of what I had to mow down, like I said, I drove through and even mowed some in the cow lot. It was way too big to actually mow it good, but I was able to drive over a ton of it and knock it down at least, and so break it off down close to the ground. And so I was able to do that. I got hung up a couple times, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to get off of that tall stuff, because I wasn't going anywhere, but I was able to get it done. So anyway, it is, goodness, I don't even know what time it is, close to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've been out here since 11. So I'm ready to go inside. I'm gonna have some lunch and might take a shower, and I got some other things that I want to do. I don't know if I'm going to do this today or not. I'll probably do some of it because the day's not over. But Kelly's been inside. She's been doing some stuff in the house, and Bear came out and saw me earlier, and he wanted to chase lizards, wants to chase rabbits. And that's one reason we don't let him off leash, because he wants to chase everything. But he doesn't want to chase the wild birds, but he would want to chase the chickens if the chickens were free range. So we don't let him off leash. Sometimes we'll sit on the porch, and springtime is just not a good time, because that's when all the new life, the rabbits. And so there was a baby rabbit about that big on the front step yesterday, day before, and boy, he saw it through the front door. He wanted out the door because he was going to chase it and he was going to catch it. And so I just shut the door so he couldn't see it. But anyway, Bear's a good dog. We really like Bear. He's just annoying. So anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna call it a video and be done for today. Y'all, it's always good to have you guys interact with me. So there's a couple different times through the video that I asked you to put some information down in the comments, and I hope that you will. I hope that you'll make a comment and ask a question or give an answer to a question that I gave, and just, I like to get to know you guys. There's a handful of y'all that comment almost every time, and I always enjoy it. And so if you haven't commented before, or it's been a while, leave me a comment down below. Like and subscribe, do all the stuff. You guys have a great rest of your day, whatever day it is that you're watching this. I'll see you on the next video.